Sending your CV and cover letter alone in today's market will not get you hired. If you're trying to get your foot in the door for your first data analyst job, there's certain things that you have to do in order to stand out from the crowd. And I got rejected from so many jobs until I learned this. So today I'm going to show you 5 things that you need to do in order to increase your chances of landing your first data analyst job. The first thing that you need to do is that you need to take your LinkedIn very seriously. If you don't have a LinkedIn account, go and open one right now, because the game has changed. Long gone are the days where you just send a CV and cover letter and that's it. Nowadays, your LinkedIn is probably one of the most important things, because that's where recruiters go and check if this person is a good fit for the job role. Would he be a good fit for the organizational culture? They go and see what you're really about. What does this person get up to on his spare time? What has he achieved? Like where the company where he's working at already. LinkedIn is where you really sell yourself. So if you don't have an account, make sure you go and open an account on LinkedIn, okay? Because that's where recruiters go to gather information about you. And also LinkedIn also opens up a lot of opportunities to you. Opens doors to you, because when I was applying for jobs, sometimes recruiters will actually reach out to me via LinkedIn rather than me reaching out to them, and it would have probably been opportunities that I'd have probably never heard of if I didn't have a LinkedIn account. And my LinkedIn profile, before it was rubbish, but over time I just kept on improving it bit by bit to the level where recruiters actually went on my LinkedIn and actually saw it and saw that someone that had no experience at all in data analytics might be a good fit for a certain job role. And some of the job roles, to be honest, I was surprised about how much they were offering. I didn't get them ultimately, but it increased my chances a lot by having a good LinkedIn profile. And I'm still building. It's not the perfect LinkedIn profile. I'm learning as I'm going along, and that's what you have to do. Start building it bit by bit, and over time it will get there. Take your LinkedIn very seriously. And on top of that, on LinkedIn as well, you can connect with like-minded people, people that are also trying to do what you're trying to do. Go on their LinkedIn, connect with them, see what's working for them, what's not working for them. You're learning new things every day. Like LinkedIn is like the TikTok or Instagram for the professional world. You need to be on there, if you want to increase your chances. So stop spending time on TikTok and Instagram and all of that stuff. Focus on your LinkedIn, build that out. Yeah, make sure your LinkedIn profile looks good. You got a nice professional looking picture, and you're really selling yourself on your LinkedIn. And if you don't know how to make your LinkedIn profile look good, I can't really this is outside of the scope of this video, but there's lots of videos on YouTube that you can go and watch where they'll teach you just how to do that, how to make your LinkedIn look really good. So watch some videos, improve your LinkedIn, and also put your projects on there. If you worked on any projects, make sure you put it on your LinkedIn to sell yourself. If you've done anything that's worth highlighting, maybe in your company you've received some certifications, or you attended an event where you got a shout out, you did something great, or any charitable work that you've done or whatever, put it on your LinkedIn and really sell yourself, because it's not just about CVs and cover letters alone. It's so much more than that. LinkedIn is about packaging. It's about really packaging yourself and selling yourself, making yourself look better than you actually are in person, making yourself look more interesting than you are in person. I'm sorry, but that's just the nature of the game. Sometimes I'll see I see someone I know on LinkedIn, and you look at their profile, I'm like, this person is not even like this, like, but that's the game. You have to package yourself and sell yourself. It's a sales game. Okay, so play along. Another thing that you have to do, and this can't be ignored, is you have to build some projects. Okay, sometimes I know people will learn every tool out there, but they don't want to actually put their what they've learned to the test and actually build that project. You have to build a project and show the world what you can do. Because remember, if you're someone that's breaking in with no experience at all, how can they know that you can actually do the job if you can't show them anything? And that's what I like about the tech world. Like you can actually show people like what you can do. Okay, so go out there, build some projects. It doesn't have to be the biggest project in the world. Start simple. If I show you the project that I did to land my first job, you'd be surprised. It's the most basic thing, but as I learn more, I'm working on trying to improve and add more complex projects on there. But it is the most basic thing that got me hired. So start bit by bit. If you don't think you're there, just with whatever you learn, if you just learn the basics of Excel, try and use that to build something. Follow some tutorials on YouTube, and don't get stuck in tutorial hell. Don't just be doing tutorials all day. Follow along on a few tutorials, but the the core and the most important thing is you take what you learn and build your own project. When you build your own thing, that's when you truly learn. Okay, start by maybe doing a project in Excel, something in SQL, Power BI, or also combine all these three tools, a project that involves Excel, SQL, and Power BI, and share it out there and improve it over time as time goes on, and then share it on your LinkedIn. Okay, share what you've done on your LinkedIn so that recruiters can see what you're truly about. Another thing that you have to do is start applying for jobs straight away. Okay, so once you start learning and picking up a few things, start applying for jobs. A lot of times, the applications will be unsuccessful. I tell you that you will receive a lot of rejections, but it's not about the application or landing a job immediately. It's about what you learn in the process. It's about the person that you're becoming. Okay, so start applying for jobs. Get out all the rust. Because when it gets to the time where you actually feel job ready, you'd have improved your application skills, would have improved so much, and you'll be more ready when the time comes. But start getting it out there, just applying for jobs. It's a numbers game. So I'm telling you, it's a numbers game. Especially if you have no experience, people will tell you. I remember I saw on LinkedIn one girl that she was applying for a software developer job, and it took her over 2,000 applications before she landed the first job opportunity. For me, it took me about 200 applications before I got this current job that I'm doing now. Okay, it's a numbers game. You have to keep, just whipping out the CVs and cover letters, and making those applications. Okay, get it out there, and for every application that you do, make sure you tailor your cover letter or whatnot to the company, or the job specifications. Okay, so don't just have the same cover letter template and just keep sending it out to every single company. You have to make sure you make the effort to tailor it to the company, and use ChatGPT to help you with that. That's what I did. Use ChatGPT to take away the laborious work, because is very time consuming if you try to do it manually by yourself. Okay, so use ChatGPT to help you to tailor the cover letter to every company that you apply for. Aim for about 5 to 10 applications a day if you can. Obviously, if you've got time on your hands, you can do that. If you're busy and you're working a lot, maybe 2, 3 applications on the weekends. Maybe do a little bit more. But it's a numbers game. Get in the habit of just whipping out the applications each day. And with me, when I really increase the amount of applications I was doing a day, that's when ultimately landed something. Okay, and don't just focus on applying for jobs on just LinkedIn. LinkedIn is great, but there's lots of other jobs and other websites out there. Websites like Ota, um, I think Glassdoor. There's so many websites. Don't just stick to LinkedIn. Broaden your horizon. Sometimes go on Google and look for other, opportunities, and apply for them. And also when you're applying, make sure um, if you see a job even on LinkedIn, yeah, this is a very good one. If you see a job even on LinkedIn, try and go to the actual company's website and apply for the job on there. From what I've heard and from my experience, that actually increases your chances of landing the job. Okay, so don't just on LinkedIn, don't do the easy apply thing. That will not get you nowhere. Go, if you can, go on the company. If the job posting is on the company's website, go on there and actually take your time and do the full application and really sell yourself on there. That will really increase your chances of landing a job. Okay, and also after applying for a job, try and reach out to the hiring manager. Like, hey, look, I saw this job opportunity and I've just applied. I'm this and that, and just reach out to the hiring manager. Let them know that you've applied for the job, and I know sometimes it's a bit awkward or whatever, but it does help. It keeps you on the hiring manager's mind. Okay, and also try and apply for jobs as soon as they come up available. If you see a job that just came up within the first 24 hours, apply. That also increases your chances of being passed over to the next stage of the application. Also, you want to have a portfolio website to really display your work. Okay, and really show recruiters what you can do and what you have done, and really sell yourself that way. And what you have to remember is that a lot of recruiters are actually not technical people, and they really focus more on the visuals. Okay, so if you have a portfolio that's visually attractive, eye-catching, you stand a better chance with recruiters than, if you make something complex and, very difficult for them to understand. You have to understand that you're potentially showing your work to non-technical people. And this is, in fact, one of the most important things about being a data analyst. Okay, you have to present a lot of things to non-technical people. So you have to do the same with recruiters as well, and make something that's really eye-catching. And for me, there's a free portfolio website that I use. It's called datascience.io. I'll try and link it in the description, and you can go there and set up your own portfolio as well. And you want to have something like GitHub, okay, to link your projects in there. So if you don't know how to do that, make sure you learn how to do that as well. Again, there's lots of videos on YouTube to help you with that. Learn how to use GitHub so that you can, save all your files and everything in there. If you're not working in the tech world, you have to know about GitHub. Very, very important. And then lastly, you want to pick a few tools and just stick to them. And one of the mistakes a lot of people trying to break into data analytics tend to do, or in fact in the tech world, is they just focus too much on just learning tools after tools after tools. They want to learn everything out there. You know what they say, jack of all trades, master of none. Okay, don't focus on trying to learn everything. You want to learn Excel, SQL, Python, R, um, Power BI, Tableau, and every single programming language out there. You don't need to do that, especially at the start. At the start, what you want to do is actually just find a few tools and just stick with them, okay? And find tools that obviously recruiters are looking for. In my experience, ideally, you want to know Excel. Excel is like the bread and butter of data analytics. You have to know Excel, whether the company that you ultimately work for uses it or not. You have to know how to do things in Excel. So learn that. You also want to know SQL. If you want to work with large data sets and improve your chances of landing a job, SQL is very, very important. You want to learn how to use that as well. So spend some time on SQL as well. Maybe 1 month on Excel, 2 months on SQL, because it's a bit more challenging, I'll say. Then you want to learn Power BI or Tableau. I'll say maybe Power BI is my preferred options. A lot of the jobs that I see, they usually look for Power BI, people that know how to use Power BI. So spend maybe another month on that as well, and just learn these three things and just focus on that. And there's lots of job opportunities for just those three. And then ideally, you want to know the basics of Python as well. You don't have to understand how to code and do everything in Python, but you want to know how Python works so that in case you need to do something with Python, you can maybe use ChatGPT. And the thing is, if you don't know Python at all, it's very difficult to search and find answers to things. But once you have a good understanding of it, when you encounter a problem, you know how to phrase your question and so that you can get the right answers. Or when you go on Google, you know how to put the right things in to get the right outcome. Okay, so just learn the basics of Python, and I think that's good enough to start off with. And then as you go along, improve your skills. Being a data analyst is continuous learning, but just start with the basics and just work on and improve from there. So these are the 5 things that I believe you want to get your foot in the door in data analytics. You need to really do. Obviously, there are more things, but off the top of my head, these are some of the things that I came up with. Take these things seriously, and this will significantly increase your chances of landing your first data analyst opportunity. If you enjoyed this video or found any value in the video, then please do well to like and subscribe to my channel. It will help me a lot. This is a new channel that I've started to try and connect with like-minded people that are also trying to break into data analytics, learn more about data analytics, and just connect with each other and learn from each other. So if you like that kind of stuff, then please do well to support the channel, and let's grow together as a community. My name is Alex. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.